Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing well wherever you are. That tea tasted really horrible. I don't know if it's going to go cold or it just wasn't sweet enough for me. Um, but anyway, hope you're doing well wherever you are and enjoying the Christmas season or whatever you want to call it. But it's not too early to wish everyone a happy Christmas, I guess. Oh, happy Christmas Eve and all that good stuff. I wish you peace and love and all that, good health and stuff like that. But on that note, I'm still under the weather, as I mentioned in previous videos. For those who might have seen my previous videos over the last week or so, since Tuesday, I've been ill since then. I didn't manage to get up till like 2 o'clock before I dragged myself off the city where I slept. But anyway, last night I didn't quite get round to part two, loan 3 and 4 as planned. So I'm behind schedule. It's already 5 p.m. here, so where did the day go? But I've been spending too much time eating and procrastinating. But anyway, I hope you're having a good time wherever you are. Actually, I didn't really eat that much. I just had like 2 bowls of cereal, but probably drinking and watching too much TV. Drinking too much tea and watching too much TV. But anyway, I think I've covered everything for the intro. I'm sure there was a few things. I really would just want to say like peace and love and all that good stuff. And I'd love to fundraise for any sort of worthy cause. One of my things I'm worried about with charity is where the money actually does make a genuine difference. Like if I hear, for instance, of the CEO of a charity or whoever helps to run it or organise it making so much money, or like when I hear of scandals in charities and things like that, that puts me off. So I want to make sure it does make a genuine difference. If I fundraise for any charities, like the school I was taught in Kenya, I actually managed to visit, so I know it does make a genuine difference. So yeah, I want to support charities that make a genuine difference. So if you can think of any as well, please let me know. On top of that, I was going to say I'd love to sing the song from Band Aid. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? But I fear I would lose subs and that kind of thing if I sang. So I'd love to sing on my channel, but I just fear that I get a bit too shy, and also I fear that people will probably rage quit on me. But with that being said, if I waffle too much as well. But I hope you enjoy it, and as ever, I'd love to know what you think. And please post in the comments section either on Facebook or YouTube, or preferably both, like any about any causes that you think are worthy of supporting fundraising for, and maybe also ideas. I'd love to also cover like ideas of how to fundraise for these sorts of causes. But as I say, I did plan to do this last night, but I was really tired, so I didn't manage to do it. And then I procrastinated too much and that kind of thing. So, but these are ideas number 11 to 20. So as I say, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoy spending time with your family and that kind of thing for Christmas. And if you'd be kind enough to share these videos as well for Christmas, that'd be pretty cool. So here goes. So number 11, I'd love to support anything, I'll say, that makes a genuine difference to people's lives, or even animals' lives, or preferably both. Like, it helps any sort of charity or causes that helps at least make one person's life better, and the more the merrier. Obviously, if they help many people's lives be better, I think that'd be great. Or even animal rights. I myself am a vegetarian, and I'm quite into animal rights, compassion, sympathy, empathy, and that kind of thing. Not just for people, but for animals. Obviously, this is what these videos are about. I was thinking of like fundraising for causes, and I didn't really think of the animal rights stuff, but I sort of thought about it a bit later. Also, I mentioned recently how I love how the number 11, sorry, reminds me of walking, and I love walking quite a lot, although I don't do as much as I used to. But I'd love to, if I was more organised, I'd love to do like walking as fundraising. So to do like walks for charity and stuff like that, sponsored walking and things like that. And the school I support, I'm a bit cold, but I'm going to show you anyway. But I've got a T-shirt from the school. This was like given. I think this was given as a gift. Unless my mum bought it for me. I think this was given as a gift. I don't know if you can see it. It says Dyslexia Organisation Kenya Brim Adventures, and funny enough, that's like a walk they did. And I think the back says Dyslexia, the gift of seeing things differently. So that's the school I support in Kenya. And I'll show you the back of the. You can see that. Anyway, so yeah, that says the gift of seeing dyslexia, the gift of seeing things differently. If I was better with my camera angles, I'd show you better. But yeah, so that's a school I support in Kenya. I thought I'd just show you the top that I decided to wear. I was thinking of wearing last night or yesterday, because of my quirky patterns about like number 23 reminding me of philanthropy and charity and that kind of thing, and yesterday being the 23rd. But yeah, I'd love to do like lots of walks for charity and stuff like that. Sorry, that was number 12. I'd love to do like anti-bullying and just general things that help people's lives to be better, like help people to be motivated, encouraged, and that kind of thing. So yeah, just motivating and encouraging people to reach full potential. And again, things like animal rights, compassion for animals as well, and that kind of thing. So sympathy and empathy. And if I'm really dreaming, as I mentioned, I know in Pond, I'd love to make like a Christmas truce, like so on Christmas Day it could be international, sort of encourage that all nations will like put down their, whoever's involved in wars will put down their arms for at least one day. I think that'd be pretty cool. It'd make a real positive out of Christmas, rather than all just the material stuff that goes on. Number 13, and I'm mentioning this because I often say like number 13 is a selfish number for me, but I'm thinking like to fundraise for Italian football again. I know I mentioned that a couple of times last time, but so yeah, that's something you can probably tell is really something I'm passionate about. So I love to see Italian teams have as much money as possible, investment, funding, whatever you call it. I suppose it's the same sort of thing. Funding / money, which I use interchangeably through investment, sponsorship, and whatever other means to help to improve Italian football, basically, so that they can win hopefully as many trophies as possible, which is, I suppose, the reason why I want that to happen. So that's on my Christmas wish list. And as I mentioned about a week ago, I think it was a week or so ago, I think that a football team having a lot of money and wealthy owners probably feels good. And I would think it would be pretty cool if Italian teams had wealthy owners, but if they didn't invest that much, or it's just like they were just wealthy owners, it would just be like for vanity. Anywho, moving on, number 14, anything that solves problems. I'd love to encourage like scientists from Africa and Asia to network with each other respectively. So scientists from across Asia to network with each other, and also from Africa to network with each other, and then from Africa. So Asian medics, doctors, scientists, and whoever else could solve problems, working together with each other, and similar for Africa, and then also Asia and Africa together as well, and maybe even like Ireland and what I call the Six generally. So people from like former colonies or emerging market economies and that kind of thing. I suppose those often go hand in glove. I think it'd be cool if what I call the Six, which I mentioned in previous videos, if they worked together. Actually mentioned in part 1 as well. If they worked together to solve problems like natural disasters, if they could prevent them as much as possible, or if not, at least try to make a sort of cure for them, as in not necessarily a cure, but I mean to litigate I think that's the right word, big word for me, but to mitigate or litigate or whatever the damage caused, so that they can help to lessen the impact and that kind of thing. I think that'd be pretty cool. But as I say, solving problems, which is ironically a very good dyslexic strength, strength many dyslexics do have. Hopefully, my fellow dyslexics can work together to solve problems, including tackling poverty, climate change, the effects of climate change, helping those who are victims of natural disasters, or maybe even preventing wars and things like that, preventing terrorism and all sorts of things like that. And basically just making the world a better place by solving problems and helping people as much as possible. Number 15, even my writing, I suppose, I have a terrible habit, and I struggle to not think about hoarding so many paperworks, which you could argue has the opposite effect. But most of my writing, I would say, is about trying to make the world a better place. I try and remind myself that that's what it's about. It's about trying to come up with ideas. I hope some people out there will understand somehow that will, I'd say, make the world a better place for people and animals and all possible living things. and look after the ecology of the world, whatever ecology is, and that kind of thing. Number 16, once again, if anyone has any recommendations of charities to support and any sort of ideas about ways to help people, help the world to be a better place, what you think would make the world a better place for people and stroke or animals, preferably both, I think that'd be interesting to read different suggestions of what people think or what ideas people have, and try and take them on board as best as possible. I wanted to finish this. I wanted to go through this yesterday because I'll say number 23 reminds me of philanthropy and all that kind of stuff, and also because I had a few plans I wanted to work on today, but I was been quite tired, so it's been difficult to get the energy. Number 17, once again, like imaginations and ideas people have, I think it'd be great to hear and read those sorts of things that can make the world a better place, like tackling issues like bullying or all sorts of issues that people face or the world faces, and that kind of thing. Like, what could be a way to prevent wars? Could the markets? I think the markets could prevent wars, because I often think that if you make peace pay, you'd see how peaceful the world would be. I'm sure. Number 18, once again, like anything that would make the world a better place. I'm being a bit vague, but things like the Rare Gem School, and I hope that the Rare Gem School in the future, by helping them, hopefully they'll be able to help themselves and their country and also the continent, and be the most positive citizens of their country, of Kenya in this case. I hope to support different special needs schools like the Rare Gem School in and across Africa and Asia as well, and even Ireland, what I call the six, possibly even Latin American countries, for instance. And I hope that by helping them, they'll become empowered to contribute, as I say, to their countries and continents and to the world generally as well. And hopefully, as they are a large part of the future. So I suppose I'm going on two theories by supporting the Rare Gem School. One is that children are a large part of the future, and the second one is that people with learning disabilities, such as dyslexia, have a lot to contribute to the world. So I hope they'll get support from all around the world. And I'm sure there's something else to say, but my mind's turned to mush at the moment, so I can't think straight. But anyway, moving on. Number 19, supporting Indigenous, African, and Australasian software developers. I think that would be pretty cool. And number 20, also Indigenous, Africans, and Australasians in STEM, which is something I often try and work on. So, yeah, I think that covers everything for now. And I'd love to know your opinions and any ideas you have and things like that. So please post them in the comments section. I say, preferably both on Facebook and YouTube. I'm sure there's loads of ideas I was going to cover, but my brain just isn't working at the moment, as usual, actually. Not that it's that different. But I'm probably going to get some rest for a bit, and hopefully anything I've forgotten, I'll cover in part 3 finally. And I'm out. Peace and love.